Hello everybody. Today we're going to be revisiting the standard procedure that I do just about every year on both of these vehicles. But in this case we're going to focus on this one, 2024 Subaru Ascent. And that is once again replacing the engine filter, air filter, right here, and the in-cabin filter, which is right here. Now, I've made already videos about the process. I even made a comparison video with the 2020 Ford Fusion Hybrid. And I'm not going to try not to bore you to death, although depending on some of your comments, I guess I talk too much, although how can you make a video where you don't talk? But in any case, and the question that I'm trying to answer is it needed or is it worth replacing these filters every year? So I've done these filters, once again, a year ago. At this point, how many miles are we talking? What do we got? 23,689. We actually just came back from a road trip. Oh, crap. You know what? Now it's going to buzz. Oh, crap. All right. Well, let's close the door. Yeah, this is the weird thing about this, is that it'll do that. It won't stop until I think you close the door or something like that. There you go. We just came back from a road trip to Springfield, Illinois, driving this vehicle with our family, and it was great. This car keeps behaving great. It's a nice driving vehicle. Highway mileage is about 24-ish miles an hour. And space, for 4 is great. Space for 5 or more is a little bit limited, and you can kind of see, this is our daily driver. You can kind of see, obviously, all the suitcases were already swapped out for the day-to-day stuff. Oh, also forgot to take this pillow out. So this is a pillow of our cat, and this is an actual representation of our cat in a pillow form. And I use that pillow. Oh God. I use that pillow under my back for longer drives, and I have to remember to bring it out because this being the quote-unquote premium, it does not have a lumbar support, so there should be one more button right here. And this, on a longer trips, the one thing that I have, I missed the lumbar. So on my 2020 Fusion, the lumbar support is there, even though this is a base model. And this is kind of the base model. I think since this vehicle, they stopped with the actual base that came with no tinted windows and maybe no roof racks, but like basic wheels and possibly like no heated seats. So they kind of decontented. But I think since the 2024 models, they don't even have like the base. So the premium is now the base model. So yeah, that was the one comment that I had. And yeah, I can kind of see a little poop, little bugs here and there, but nothing major. So I will now try to remove the old filter and let's compare it to this new one to see that if it's actually worth it. All right, so there you have it. So this is a year-old filter that I replaced, and there's a video to prove it. Looks like the little glue that broke apart. Doesn't look very dusty to me. But you know what? I already bought this. This one, by the way, is $10, and it came in a kit for $20 with the other filter for the interior. And yeah, it doesn't look beat up or anything. Keep in mind, where we live, it's not a dusty situation. We don't have sand, or we don't really take this thing off-road. So yeah, a little dusty, compared to the new one. Well, yeah, I know one is yellow, one is white, but nothing really to write home about. So the fact that we took it on a couple road trips actually since the last one, since last year, and yeah, it looks like it collected a few things here. The oil change is still current for like another, I think, 1,500 miles. And on this car, as I showed you guys last time, it's really simple. Just pop these two clips, separate these two things. It's a little tricky getting it back in because you do need two hands and kind of spread it and shove it in there. But in general, that vehicle requires tools to unscrew some things up front. This one is a little trickier, but no tools required. And that one also requires tools for the inside. Here it's pretty straightforward. So let me see if I can get it in there. Yep, there you go. Just spread it apart, shove it in there, put the two clips together. As you can see, there's these little tabs there. So this is the little maintenance that I get to do once a year. Now, based on this finding, maybe unless we go on some substantial road trip, I don't need to replace it because this looks like a perfectly good filter. But now we get to walk it to a perfectly good dumpster, and that's it, and we'll switch to the other one. So for the interior one, the most difficult part is actually getting the glove box off because, well, in this case, she carries a ton of stuff in here. And yes, being a nurse, she carries all the masks and all the napkins and God knows what else she carries. I try to keep mine clean, but I totally understand, you know, different requirements. So in this case, yeah, pop this off, drop, you know, fold this up a little so it folds, and then just pop it out, get the little cover right here, remove that, and it looks like the interior filter takes a lot more abuse than the exterior. So that's interesting. So a whole bunch of stuff made its way into this one. So let's put it down. Let's compare it, you know, to the nice and new one right here. Looks like the weave on this one is a little thicker. Like, look, this is like a little skinny thing. This seems to be much like sheet thick. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, but look at this. A lot more crap made its way into the interior than it did in the exterior. Let's see, no, this side is pretty clean, but this side, all kind of weaves and all kind of dust and all kind of mini crap that made its way. So, maybe there's something to it. All right, let's see. Got to make sure airflow this way. So, got to put it this way up. All right, let's get it in there and let's close this case. All right, and 30 seconds later, I managed this time around to actually get the whole content of the glove box intact in there. So I did not spill anything because last time this thing just came all over, like flew out of there. So this time it all kind of stayed together, and there you have it. So to answer my very own question that I raised in the beginning of the video, is it worth changing the air filter every year? I think so, just based on this. The engine, yeah, I would say 2 years at least, you know, where we live and how we drive. But the interior is kind of surprising that it's got all sorts of crap in there. All right, well, now we get to walk this one to the dumpster. And it looks like it's going to rain again. Oh, look at that. We've been having a lot of like tornadoes in the area for some reason. I mean, they're far enough where they don't cause any problems, but just looks dangerous. And too bad my neighbors, I think it's a 24 or 23 Ascent Limited, that's usually parked like right there. You know, is not here because I like, you know, making these comparisons. Like, what does the premium, you know, not have that the limited does, and so on and so forth. In this case, I guess that video will have to wait. Maybe I'll have an opportunity to make that when the time comes to change this one, because I already bought the replacements. They should arrive soon, so I'll make a separate video for that. But otherwise, there you have it, guys and girls, potential girls. Car's fine, drives fine, 23 some thousand miles, no problem. Nothing to report on. Filter's good, oil change soon. Got some crap down there, but nothing to write home about. Oh, I guess I should probably close it. All right, see you guys.